What is up, guys? What's going on, Justin's Garage? And everyone else, hope you're doing well on this beautiful Monday night. Let's chat up about some tools and whatnot in life, waking up every day, the good stuff. My kid's Power Wheels died tonight. Gonna have to figure something out to do with that. Turnings by Turner. What's up, brother man? How's it go? Let's see something here. Right, I guess that's the zone right there. What have you been up to lately there, Turner? I think that Canadian smoke's going to be around for a long time. That's what I've been hearing, but it's crazy. I'm driving to work in the morning. It's like you can't see 4 feet in front of you. What's up, James Mall? How are you doing, brother? What's going on, Jeremy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me. It's not a bad Monday, not going to lie. Did a lot of pressure washing and whatnot at work today, which is never a bad thing. That's an easy job. That's, surprisingly, usually I put on tunes and listen to them, Sometimes I just think, I agree with that. Let's start getting some American-made steel back in business. D-Brock, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you have had a good Monday as well, and that life is treating you well. I was just thinking the other day about, I'm glad to hear that, brother. The earlier days of VCG construction, all the guys I used to talk to in the chats. What's going on there, Carlos? Hope you're having a good Monday too, brother. VCG construction, there's a lot of good guys I met in there on the live streams and stuff, chatting it up. Being on a roof's no fun all day. Cheers to you, brother. Hey, I was going to say, Carlos, while you're here, if you're watching, I would go out and buy the Hyper Tough, but here's a good option. I think it's like an 7-inch Ryobi. It's hybrid. So you could plug it in, runs off a battery. There's 2 speeds. I mean, if you put like a 4 amp hour battery and set it on 1, that thing will last you 8 hours. On 2, probably like 4. It's got a nice kick to it. Then on top of that, I know there's ways to do this here. They have like hooks and stuff so you can hang it. If you plug it in, I mean, I know there's a way for this to hang on a rafter. But I kind of forget. But it's a great fan. This is like, you know, when I would do like backsplashes in apartments that had no electricity or something, we were doing remodels. I just stick this on the counter right next to me. It's a great size, and the fact that you can plug it in and just use it as a regular fan whenever you want, it's awesome. And I have the, whoa, it's very light, and that's probably your best option. So whether, I think Rigid has another one that's hybrid. If Hyper Toughs is hybrid, I would go for that. And if it's the same size, but I also have the Ryobi 14 or 16 inch. It's a circular fan, like a box fan, has three speeds. It's a hybrid as well, and it works really good too. And if you have it on like low with a 4 amp hour battery, the bigger fan, it runs for a long time, like probably 6 hours. What's going on, Justin's Garage? All right, sounds good, brother. Have a good one. Thank you for joining me. If you guys aren't subscribed, go to Justin's Garage channel. Get subscribed. If he wants to leave the link in the description. If not, I'll link it up here in a little bit. Thank you for joining me, brother. Maintenance essentials. What's going on? I've yet to invest in a cordless fan. I like the creature comforts of the world. Have not seen VC. I have not watched it either in a bit there, D-Brock. So I did pick up a new tool, 2 new tools. One I picked up because I'm afraid they might never sell it again. I'm going to do an unboxing video on it. But it's Ryobi 18 volt, 2.5 inch compact bandsaw. Cordless. So I'm pumped about that. Ryobi Rigid. There you go. Quite the combination there. How's it going, Pat CB? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're having a good Monday night. The other one I got, which was a little more expensive, but that right-angled impact, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. But the CC brand, they have a high torque, 1/2 inch impact. I'm getting all these. I have to figure out a way to test these and do torque tests and all that stuff. And I'm going to work on that with someone who's smarter than me. But this thing is beefy. Comes with a charger case. I mean, you're still looking at, with a 4 amp hour battery and everything you see here, it's high torque reverse. So you go forward on 3, right? Go reverse on 3. Or wait, hold on. Better example. All right. Forward on 1. Reverse on 1. What's it doing? See, that's the one thing about this. I had it, but anyways, it rips faster in reverse than I think it does forward, but it's big, beefy, seems well constructed, you know, nothing wrong there. In terms of everything, I know it's all blurry. It's harder to do without, but it's cool. Cool tool, 4 amp hour battery, 21 volt. It's heavy too. Okay, let me get back here. Please don't be falling. Ah, you son of a gun. Okay. I don't have portable band, so I wish I would have a use for one. Mark C, what's up? I think it's one of those tools I'm just gonna make a use. No, I mean plumbing and stuff, especially up here, get into some black pipe and galvanized and whatnot, and threading. It definitely helps out. Let's see it sink some big screws. Like I said, it's built for like not busting. I like it. It's a big beefy thing. BW's Electronics. Let's see why I get cleaned up. There we go. Thank you. You need that in every one of my vehicles. It is, if you can afford to keep one of these in your vehicle, that is a handy tool to have for sure. I actually just put some breaker bars in mine just for like tire changes and stuff. I forget who I was talking to. Pretty sure it was Tools and Trash. But he was kind of correct. If you break down the side of the road, there's not much you can really do. And you can prepare for a lot, but it's not like you're going to be digging and fixing a whole bunch of, now little things, obviously, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Looks like Metabo, and it does, but I hear it works with Makita batteries. I don't know. Favorite pipe wrench is, let me see if it's, you're still, so I'm organizing tools and stuff. So I have a 12-inch Lennox aluminum pipe wrench. I really love it. I've had it for a long time. I'm trying to think where it is right now. Another cool one, though, which is really handy to have. I have to find it, but this crescent for like doing black pipe and stuff is really good. So, whoa, D Brock, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. This really gets a good grip on things, especially black pipe. Like I said, it kind of really grabs it, and if you're tightening it or whatever, it keeps it, does a good job with that. I did just recently buy a pair of Swedish style pipe wrench. They make a lot of sense to me. I like them a lot. I've yet to be able to use it, hopefully soon, but the adjustment on it is just makes so much more sense to me. Everything has been clear and focused tonight. Is that a good thing? With my ugly mug? I think been forgetting to plug my internet in. So, D-Brock, thanks again. Welcome to the Maintenance Men. You're the first member. Seems like most knockoffs work with Makita batteries. It's so true. Definitely, if you use the Walt like this right here, uses a DeWalt battery pretty much. I really like this impact a lot. Please stop following me, camera. Crescent does make, so it's Apex Tools that makes Crescent, which I think they make Husky and basically everything else. But this styling of Crescent tools has been kick butt, man. Their grip zone pliers, and I use, Knipex, Knipex. I did pick these up on clearance. These are really nice. If you can find them in Lowe's, these were $7.77, and I want to say these are like $10 or $12. Really nice. I mean, fairly thin. A lot like the Irwins. Definitely not Knipex quality, but the handles are great. Lennox makes a good tool. My brother just bought a Crescent hammer and he loves it. Yeah, I have a Crescent hammer floating around here somewhere over yonder. And let me see. Hold on one second. Your schlong is going to be jealous. Heck yeah. I bought this a couple years ago, and it's a nice hammer. It's got the nail set on it, fiberglass. The handle's really nice. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I will let you know, D-Brock. They're neat because instead of like adjusting with the finger wheel and all that stuff, there's a little wheel on the front, and it's kind of like a crescent wrench, pipe wrench. So to me, it makes a lot of sense. The black and orange Crescent are legit solid pliers wrenches for the price. Heck yes, they are. I really, and I know it's just Apex Group, but I like Crescent tools. I do. Um, They're legit. In fact, I bought this because it wasn't too ridiculously priced, but this is a Crescent aluminum 10-inch pipe wrench, and this is not bad as like a maintenance tech as an everyday. Now, what I actually carried every day as a maintenance tech. What's up, John from work? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate the support. I just use this little Lennox 8-inch, and it was, for the most part, enough. Because what you really use a pipe wrench a lot for in apartment maintenance is like shut-off valves and stuff, and you don't want to crack the pipes, especially when they're old building. Man, I'm at a wedding. Can't stick around. Can't believe it. Damn, Neil. Consult me about prior appointments. I'm sorry. Enjoy the wedding. Get drunk for me, and I'll do my best myself. I'll do what I can. I'll put in the work. And I just realized tonight the reason why I hate compression fittings is for shutoff valves is because when you work in a building with like 80 units, the water main, the pressure that comes in is ridiculous. And they just leak. Inevitably, they're going to leak. So that's why I've never liked them. But in a home setting, I see nothing wrong with them. I've never been a big fan. 76 to 1980. That's good stuff. Wood handled. See, I don't know. I really miss the Craftsman Sears. I say this every week. I just miss going out shopping, and that's why you see guys just wandering around Home Depot and Lowe's. Is all the stores are gone. We need something to go out and walk around and look at. Stumble down the aisles of Walmart. I actually, I have absolutely used shark bite fittings, and they're not bad. I don't mind them. I would never bury them in a ceiling or a wall, but in apartment maintenance, what we did do is use them a lot for the cutoffs for showers, just because you got to turn the building off. Buildings are 30, 40, 80 units, and you want to get that water back on as fast as you can. What a lot of people don't know is the little plastic things inside of each end of a shark bite. If you're going onto copper, you pull those out. If you're going into PEX or something, you leave them in. I don't think it hurts to leave it in copper, but I was always taught to pull it out on copper because that's how it's supposed to bite. But yeah, I soldered a bunch of times, cutoffs for showers, kitchens in the apartments, and sometimes you could just get so much water in there, even using matte gas, the soldering would take forever. So I switched over to shark bites, and I never had one leak. Now, what I would do in the kitchens is, and I do this in my own house. What's up, Dano? How you doing? Like say under the kitchen sink, I'll use a ball valve shutoff, and then I'll put, your regular cutoffs for sinks. It's like a double shutoff. It's overkill, but it doesn't cost much money to just get that in there. I had one building that had no shutoffs on any of the showers. Hello, Jamie. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good Monday. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I saw you got the kiddo in the car driving the stick there. That's awesome. I think that car might have a new home eventually soon. You're on the other side of PA there, right? She stole my car. Good for her. That's a good idea, D. Brock. That's something that when I worked at my old place, I would write my initials with Sharpie, or if I had like a hammer or something, I got this little hyper tough diamond tipped engraver, and you could you know. I don't know if that's going to show up, but it's right there. So for like my hand tools there, that's what I would do. This probably needs fresh batteries. I haven't, probably ugly looking batteries in there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, probably the original. Supercells. But yeah, that's hang on to that stuff. Yeah, you got memories and label your stuff, yes, so it does not walk off. I've had so much stuff. I've just realized recently how much stuff I've had walk off. Yeah, shark bites work great. Sorry for that little um I've never had an issue with them. I just like if you had like some leak on the second or third floor up in a ceiling, I personally would rather just solder that pipe. I've had pinhole leaks up there. But yeah, I have, from my experience, I've yet to see a shark bite fail personally. Um, Craziest things y'all found in a wall. I found a 1990s plastic Coke bottle. That about it for me, unfortunately. I used to drink those, the 90s Coke bottles. Will not stop someone from stealing, but will, yeah, absolutely. Like if you're on a job site and saw your hammer getting used, hey, that's my hammer. They can't deny it because you got the colors on it. Um, Craziest thing I've found in I do have one, and this was weird. And all I can say is, so we had a shop, a main shop in our main building. CPVC. Now I know down south that's what they use, and it probably holds up a lot better. I think up here at the change, the hot and the cold, it gets brittle pretty quick. Strangest thing I've seen though is, oh, you son of a gun. Um, so we had a main shop, but at our other buildings, we'd have like little rooms. And one at this one building had a room, it had a bathroom, and it had like that 80s, like, I don't know what kind of boarding it was, but like that wood, wasn't wood paneling, is like wood MDF, but really thin. Um, so I wanted to practice drywalling, and we were a little bit slow. So I was like, I'll rip this out and drywall this bathroom, make it look nice. Well, there's always a hole in the wall, right next to the toilet if you're taking a dump. And so I'm pulling this stuff down, and I pull it out, and there's probably 12 pairs of women's panties in the wall. This bathroom slash workshop was in the laundry room of the building. But that to me was very weird. I mean, it was women's underwear, but it's like cotton Hanes, and Um, I just south, like near Harrisburg. I like Doyle pliers from Harbor Freight. Brad, is that Brad's workbench? Yeah, Brad did a video a few years back. Yeah, Brad's not a fan of Cotton Haynes underwear personally. York, PA. Okay. You're like 3.5 hours from me, I think. I've never been to York, PA. Um, yeah, they don't seem too comfortable, to be honest with you. I mean, there's like other pairs in there, but that was a weird find for sure. Had to throw that all away and got the job done. So I tiled the bathroom, put the toilet back in, drywalled it, painted it, brought some pictures that my wife didn't want at home anymore, artwork for the walls, hung it up in there, some hooks for coats, made it my little man poop cave. It was good stuff though. Um, the end product, it was nice, clean, big difference from the old bathroom. Yes, water hammering. Do you have a water pressure regulator on your house, D Brock? So there's a few things. One, it could be um, the seat on a uh, your spigot, maybe. Sometimes when those washers get brittle or start to break apart, and or if you replace it with like slightly wrong size, um, yeah, I was replying to the Jamie says Cotton Haynes underwear. Not a fan of Cotton Haynes underwear personally. I've never been a fan of cotton underwear at any time. Well, I guess I don't know. Do not have pressure reg. So one time I did have experience. So um, your sprinklers obviously aren't hooked up to your hot water. I had it one time in an apartment, and it was the shower stem washer. I replaced it, but I was off and or didn't screw it in tight enough. Put it in, and it would sound like a 80 caliber machine gun. Like I heard it from another building. Um, so it could be that something with that. Something getting hung up in the line. I don't know. I was reading about this the other day though because I just put a water pressure regulator on my house 8 or 9 months ago, and I was getting this weird noise from the water main when my wife would be at the kitchen sink, and it must have been the diaphragm. It wasn't like a banging; it was just more like a loud noise. almost like pressure needs to be relieved, but there's no pressure. So I loosened up the screw and then tightened it back up, and it's been fine ever since. But it's a lot of different things. But I don't know unless if I was there. But there's a few thoughts. Yeah, I've never put on women's underwear. I don't think it would fit me properly. Never worn a Speedo. Speedos are, kind of not. Actually, I guess my build would be for Speedos because most of the guys I see on the internet, on like TikTok or whatever, in Speedos are bigger, older guys. Hammer happens when sprinklers go from zone 1 to zone 2. Wakes me up like an earthquake. So is it like nah, they comfy. um Zone 1 to zone 2, are those different outlets or is it the same outlet? Because I have a automatic thing from my sprinkler and it has a 2 zones and it switches. Mr. Nightmare story. I don't know what Mr. Nightmare is. Another cool thing was when we'd remodel bathrooms and take out the old medicine cabinet, a lot of times you'd pull that thing out, unscrew it, pull it out, you'd have about 1,000 razor blades fall down just out of from behind the wall. And then you look in the medicine cabinet, in the middle of it, there's a little slit that says insert razors here. And what guys would do is they would shave with the straight edge, and then when the blade went bad, they'd just stick it in that hole and do a new one. And I had one where I pulled it out and it was like, it's a mound like that big. Just fell out. Cotton Hanes underwear. I used to like the when I was a younger feller, the silk. I had Marvin the Martian silk boxers. Those are pretty cool. Now I just buy the Cool Zone ones. I will say I wanted to get this out there, and I meant to mention this at the beginning. Full-on content videos. I'm going to be making them. I'm just a little bit behind right now, so a lot of my content is going to be short videos. So I apologize for that inconvenience, but I have some things going on I gotta take care of, and nothing bad or anything, good things. Uh, for the old school safety razor blades, yep. I found a receipt one time when I was working on my dad's building that was for 100 gallons of fuel oil. Is it for $16 or 100? That freaking heart gets in the way. $16. Wow. Stain remover. That Tide Rescue spray on stuff has worked pretty good. I'm trying. I mean, it's. I was just talking to someone the other day about this, and I've been grinding away at my channel for a long time, and I enjoy every one of you guys. I've Dewey did it garage. What's going on, brother? Um, I maybe people look at subscribers, all that. I look at you guys as my friends, because you all show up, you all support me, and I really appreciate that. I've never had a video go viral ever, so I don't think it'll ever happen, but that's all right. Like I said, we'll just plug along. I will say, best pencil on the market for anything is this. I buy them by the fist loads. I love those. Jared Milky Way, what's going on, brother? Won't be on long. Just want to say hi. Cheers. I appreciate that. Spoke to Sue the other day and picked up a Work Pro welder's helmet and about to order their vise. Nice. Awesome. I hope Sue's doing well. Have not talked to Work Pro in a while because they got really big, really fast. Great Star Tools owns like a lot now. And they just give stuff to Brad's workbench all day long. I think he just has a open, like, but I really appreciate Work Pro Tools, and because I was buying them and using them and enjoying them because Stanley had left Walmart, and that devastated me. I don't know why. It just pissed me off. And Work Pro Tools reminded me of Stanley that you would buy from Walmart. It was, budget tools, but pretty good quality. And for like a maintenance guy, they're going to work, I will say I do like to have nice hand tools. But I'm not your typical tool channel because I like tools, yes. But I do it on a budget. I don't need the best of the best. I've rolled with Milwaukee for a long time and some other tools. I'll say I think my best purchase ever was the Nipex Cobra pliers. And that was probably the only more expensive tool I've bought that was worth it. I agree, Dewey did it. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. No Speedo for me. I don't like seeing large people in stretch pants. That's how I feel, But there's guys out there that your Jack Blacks or whatever that would probably throw one on. Now there is some heart stuff that I don't mind, but honestly, like Hyper Tough. But like, yeah, I'm more of a budget friendly type of channel, and I cater more towards apartment renters or like first time home buyers or whatever. Like, I gotta say, bang for your buck. I mean, this lineup right here, you cannot beat it. the best style batteries ever invented. Torpedo flat torpedo batteries. I like Milwaukee tools. I hate the two-pronged thing. That gets all screwed up. Same with Rigid. DeWalt Craftsman, they actually have a nice battery. I like the slip-on. Same with the Metabo. It's tabs, but for some reason, I've never had an issue like I do Rigid in Milwaukee, where the plastic just melts and it gets terrible. Like there's so much, and I'm not. My buddy gave this to me because he knows this is my favorite impact I ever used, and I do. This is by far the best impact on the market. M18 Surge. It's better than the M12. It's actually shorter. I did a whole video on it. Go check it out. But if you look at Milwaukee tools, I don't know if it'll show that, but there's just so much. Look at that battery slot. See that? And you use that. Look at that crack that just opens up. So over time, what happens, I don't know what happens, but this right here, by this ridge, and then especially down here, like the plastic will melt and just deform. And then you're trying to shove that on and it sucks. But you know what? Boom, boom. Working around water or something, you don't have to worry about, look, it has a drop zone. See how it curves away? It has a drop zone and the prongs for the electricity are up in there. But if you look at the Milwaukee batteries, they're flat as can be around all the ridges. All the dirt and stuff just sits there. It's a terrible design. And they're the ones that came out with lithium ion, right? Fucking terrible. Excuse my language, but at the same time, that Surge, though, best impact on the market by far. I wish their batteries were just better. And if you ever see any channel make that argument like I just did, you call them out. Say, I said it first because I did. That's why I love Milwaukee tools, or Ryobi tools. So I am going to do a short, YouTube short of my favorite impact drivers. And that Ryobi is going to be on there. So is this. 1 through 5, I think we'll do. I should do 10 to 6 and then 5 to 1, or however that works out. But yeah, Hart has some decent stuff. I wouldn't put my. Also though, Dewey did it. I know you like Cobalt. I've checked out Cobalt, used it. It's priced perfectly. Tools work great. Batteries are, inexpensive like Ryobi's. And they're nice. They're nice, easy, compact. That's another, if you're a Lowe's shopper, pick up Cobalt. If you're Home Depot, go with Ryobi. Me personally, where I live, they don't have much of a Rigid lineup at all. I mean, you're talking like 8 tools and that's it. So I will be right back there, folks. Please hold on. Built a car with Cobalt XTR. There we go. That is a that's an endorsement if I've ever heard one. Their disposable parts are okay. I didn't go pee. Just had to grab some Iron City. I don't know much about 3 weeks from shell to key. Not sure if I get that one. I'm not really up to date on the Cobalt stuff. To be honest with you, I do have this, you know. Centering hole driller or from car shell to functional engine on. Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, I mean, I don't have much rebuilding stuff experience, but I am about to maybe rebuild a Power Wheels tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a governor on Power Wheels. And my son the other day came up and was like, "Can you turn it off?" So I said, "Sure." Turn it off. Put the Ryobi 6 amp hour battery in it, and I mean that thing takes off. It's scares my wife. Doesn't scare me. They're having fun. Um, but it drains a six. Once you put it in that other extra gear, it drains a 6 amp hour battery in about 20 minutes. Now, in regular speed, that lasts about an hour, maybe even more. Um, so tonight, they asked again for it. I took the governor back off. They're zipping around, and then one of the wheels locked up. Took the seat off, and you could smell both the engines were hot. It was very, that's a heck of a deal for a Bosch. That's another brand I'll talk about. Bosch. I bought in the Bosch 12-volt lineup. I'm not impressed at all, but I love their corded stuff. SDS hammer drills, the big ones. Um, any of them. I mean, the Bosch Bulldog. All right, Carlos, have a good one, brother. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your week if I don't talk to you. And keep up the good work, brother. Um, their random orbit sander I have. There's just not much of the 12 volt and their 18 volt. Nothing about it really. Like I don't like the impact wrench driver thing I'm gonna do, whatever they call it, the freak. Peace out, brother. If you ever want a Bosch product, try to catch a rep at low. Oh, dude, no, that's why that's why I bought into the Bosch lineup. Was I was at Lowe's and I'm looking at them, and it was right after I owned the 12 volt. I was testing out 12-volt DeWalt. All right, Jared, have a good one. I appreciate you stopping in, brother. Keep up the good work down there. Keep those kids going. I know you got like 50,000, 21 of them, which is awesome. But yeah, keep on keeping on, man. Um, so yeah, I went in and I mean, by the time I checked out, I had like $500 or $600 worth of stuff, and I paid like $320. With all the stuff he gave me, and they're all for right now. All the 12-volt stuff, clearance, back section of Lowe's. I might go up there tomorrow and just pick it all up. I don't know. Um, maybe I will do that actually. Same with the Metabo HPT stuff and skill. But the DeWalt 12-volt lineup was very good. I liked it a lot. Well, yeah, yeah, I got it too. It sucked. It really did suck. Probably for like a. I know what my dog went through. I do have a question. Do you experience any pain still? I'm pain every night, right? But yeah. Uh, DeWalt 12-volt lineup, I like it a lot. I thought the Circ Saw was underpowered even with 4 amp hour battery. It wasn't doing close to what my 18-volt, 12-year-old Ryobi Blue was doing. Um, nope, I guess I might have to go see the doctor then. But the Bosch, like, if you want like an impact and a drill 12-volt, buy it. But if you want like, they don't even have a circ saw. They do. It's like 4 inches or something, 3.5, 4. I have two 1-inch bulldogs. Heck yeah. Peace out, brother. BW's electronics. I feel like in 20 years you could sell your tools for maybe some money. Is that what, do you collect them or? Toolaholics Anonymous. I don't judge. Cheers. Keep it going. You guys think Harbor Freight smells bad? Buy a Flex tool. That case reeks. Oh my God. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And actually, I will do that. I'm going to compare that to the Metabo case. Metabo case I got is it's a nice. It is a hammer drill and impact case, but it's this is the only blow molded case I would ever keep because it's also like a surface for a laptop. See how it has the thing for cooling and all that? Pretty neat. I mean, I'll have everything I'll ever need when I retire to fix my stuff and do stuff for others. And more. You'll have and more than what you need. But I tell my wife the same thing. I'll have everything I need to fix whatever I need to fix. Luckily, she does not even question my tool buying. That sounds bad. Actually, she does. Old school repair shop. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Long time no see. There we go. I gotta tell you, I appreciate you guys showing up on these Monday nights. I'm sorry I had to cancel last week. I just had a lot of stuff pop up. And I'll get to that stuff eventually. I don't want to mention it right now because I don't want to prematurely kill everything in my life. Dude, there's this one time above ground and building a sprayer diesel. I need, yeah, post a video about. I gotta tell you guys a funny story. So one time I was reviewing a work pro tool, and it said BL on the side of the work pro tool, and Makita's also, I mean, years ago used to have BL, right? So I'm like, I pulled out as a hammer drill for work pro. Nice hammer drill. I liked it. If I pull it out, I'm like, oh, look at this thing. It's awesome. And I'm going through it. I'm like BL. Maybe it's made in the same factory as Makita. They got the BL motor. And then me again, Dave, in the comments, like, yeah, it stands for brushless. It's just brushless motor. And I'm like, oh, the symbol looks the same. I felt so stupid. But, that's what happens. And stuff happens in life. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I do have more than I need. I could probably with old and newer tools outfit a crew of 5 on BW Electronics. I'm a toolaholic. I appreciate you taking it easy on me too, BW, because you could probably rip me up like that tools and tactics in the chats, but feel like you go easy on me, and I appreciate that. Construction adhesive Loctite. I'm rearranging all my stuff. All my uppers in here are cleared out in the garage. I organized my garage over the weekend. No, it smells like, I guess what people say is sometimes like ships sit off in the ocean and whatever. It smells like fish. Like, just, I opened that up and I was doing the video and it hit me right away, but like I thought it would be like a hit and go away, but it was a hit and stay. So then I mentioned it a few seconds later. Could be though. Dielectric. Could be. I backed off some on those channels. Diesel swap. Did you put a diesel in the Bronco? Actually, I didn't think you were too rough on those channels. Someone did though. I have heck no. Um, I have friends on Instagram and stuff, and one night they're like, "Oh, you gotta go to this channel and look at what BW's writing," and I went in there and I was like, "Good for you, man." Now he probably does that to me every week, but I'm too stupid to understand it. So, oh, the old Sear, really nice. Put a diesel in it. What kind of diesel? I'll go check them out. I did not know. I apologize. I'll go check out the videos and learn. I'll update myself on that stuff. Boom. I did filter changes last week, and 2 boxes smelled like a Yanmar. There you go. Filter changes, 2 smelled like fish. What kind of tenants you got in there? So I'll wait a little bit here, but I let someone be a bad influence on me. Justin's garage, probably cooking up fish sticks. No, for real. I mean, I like eating fish. I like rainbow trout with the skin on. Um, but yeah, like you cook up fish. I do remember. So I have another story. Part maintenance, multi-fuel too. It's been great running. Used engine oil. Nice. There you go, man. Pound it. No, I there's this one apartment that was like a move out. 2 girls, fairly attractive, um, but moved out. They're the kind where like they would go out party and get locked out of their apartment and call you at 2 in the morning, and you go let them in, and then um, they'd like be like, come on in, have a beer. No thanks, gotta get back. Um, but then they moved out, and we're going through the apartment, and there was like some medicine in a cabinet or some in a closet, and I looked it up, and it was for like down there infections, and you know. You're a stronger man than me. Well, I did dodge a bullet. Um, you would have tenants pretty frequently. Like, I had another girl where like you'd fix something, and they'd offer you a beer. It's like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But also wife, kids, all that stuff ain't worth it. And actually, I've heard so many stories of maintenance guys getting into it with tenants, and I just never did that. Yeah, no, and like, listen, for all my apartment maintenance or just maintenance guys in general, everyone in the world, in life, whatever you're doing, there's a camera on you. That's all you have to think in your head. There's a camera, and they're listening. I'm not saying that anyone is all the time. I'm just saying that's how you should live your life. Be because I have. I legit I go into work, do my work, I come home, hang out with my kids, my wife, go to bed, wake up, do the same thing. I don't engage with people unless if they want to be engaged. It's just how the world is these days. It sucks, but when you go into people's properties and stuff, and I've never had the urge to do it or anything, but I've seen videos that are disturbing of other maintenance guys, and just go in, get out. Just pretend there's a camera on you if you can't control shit. I want to get in and out of places. I don't want to be in there longer than I have to. That's all I know. Right on the finger. So wait, what's up, Brandon? Hope you're doing well, brother. So this actually is pretty cool too. So this is not my wedding ring. Um, my wedding ring was actually I wore it for like you know 9 years, and then there was some reactive thing happening due to work or whatever. So I took it off, and my finger got better. I put it back on, and it got bad again just due to work. So I went on Amazon for $14. It's 14, and it's like it's a pretty cool little ring, but it's held up, and it's been. I tried the rubber stuff. I just don't like them, and I'm not stupid. I don't work in situations where like the ring's going to like chop my finger off, and if it does, it'll be cool. Like I'll just be like, "Yo, what's up, guys? Like you ever finger a midget before? Don't do it. Ain't worth it." Something like that. Um, 38 cameras in the building and a couple outside. Exactly. you gotta live your life like everyone's watching everything, which they are. They are. And I'm not saying like, oh my god, that hampers my lifestyle. So it doesn't. It doesn't hamper my lifestyle at all. It's good, like I just I've I remember this one time. So I worked with an older guy, and we were walking back to the shop, and there's this, college age girl in front of us, about 20 feet. And he has a very loud, boisterous voice, and he just goes, "Look at that ass." I'm like, oh my god, like I wanted to like dive into the bushes. And I think he saw my reaction. He's like, "Oh, she can't hear me." Like, no, like she turned her head a little bit, like she heard you, she saw you, and I'm standing right next to you, and like, just if you have to, just look and enjoy. Like, don't comment, say anything, just move on with the rest of your life. But yeah, that was to me was like I want to jump through the nearest window to get away. FBI ain't watching shit. They're too caught up in, well, I won't say it, but watch bands if they're not metal. I get that. Um, yeah, no, it was just weird because I literally wore it every day for 9, almost 10 years, and then it did that, and it was just some weird reaction to whatever I was doing. But this thing's like indestructible and all that, pretty nice looking. It's $14, and the whole reason why I got it was because my dad like has lost 20 wedding rings, and he's like, "Yeah, I go on Amazon, just buy like a $10 one. I'm good to go." All right, Brandon, have a good one, brother. Thank you for stopping in. We gotta do a live stream one of these days, man. We gotta do it. You know what? We could, if you want to, once a month, start up Tool Talk live. I would 100% do it. Maybe if we start that up, client graphics will come back. I'm down. We'll talk about later on the IG there, brother. Have a good night. So when I moved into this house, I have 2 toilets, right? Well, 4 toilets, but two with they put zip ties in between the handle and the puller upper thing. Not a flapper, but the circular. You guys know what I'm talking about if I show you this. Okay. This is all I gotta say. It's like $1 something. I might be sending you the videos of the Sears. You might enjoy. If it's up on your channel, I'll go look at it. If you want to send it to me, I'll check it out that way also. I have to ask you guys. So me get these down, right? All right, real quick here. All right, so you got some caulk, right? These are the cheaper. No, you know, they do have a few grooves here, kind of move things along, turn around. It's not bad, but I have experienced this whole front end just or the back once or twice. But this year, HDX um, gun, pretty beefy, nice, ratcheting. Look at that action. Great stuff. These, I like these. These are what I like. Some other guy I work with says those are the bee's knees, and he hates these. And listen, there's not a dripless. This says dripless. There's not a dripless gun on them. This one is a beaut. It is. I like this a lot. Um, and it's as close as you can get. But the HGX, but what do you guys like? Yeah, I mean, it works good. It really does. This is the most dripless I've ever used. This is the Sherwin-Williams, whatever. But that and the HGX one's nice. I guess the HGX is gone, so you got Anvil. I got the old style. But I've had plenty of those metal ones break on me. Actually, like 4 or 5, all different brands too. I've been have any of you guys ever tried the cordless ones? I've been wanting to get the Ryobi one, but I mean, I just if you guys don't know, if you're laying some, I have the last one, love it. Yeah, if you guys are laying some caulk down, right, some serious caulk, um, a lot of guys will teach you, older guys, just spit on your finger and do that and stuff, right? Get yourself a spray bottle and fill it with a little bit of Dawn soap and then a lot of water. Lay your bead down, spray it, and then wipe away. I've never had. I'll be honest with you. When I started apartment maintenance 10 years ago, and I had to recaulk a bathtub, I would lay down painter's tape on the bottom and up above, and then I'd lay the caulk out, push it out, and then wipe it clean. And it turned out nice, but it, and that went so caulk. I misspoke. Silicone. All right, bathtubs. That's what the Dawn works well for. It does work well for caulk, but you got to use it a little less sparingly. Has a slip joint and allows you to use it with thicker and thinner sealant and etc. 10-ounce heavy duty, high leverage, drip free caulk gun. By Ryobi Power Caulk. I have carpal tunnel syndrome, and I bought one on sale. Really nice for thick. All right, cool, cool. Glad to hear that. Oh, the husky one is awesome, dude. You're right. I actually I bought two of them. Both of them lost through work jobs, but that one is beefy. It's awesome. It does work very well. I agree with you. I will be right back. Entertain yourselves, and thank you, thank you, old school repair shop. Um, I was huge on the. I love liquid nails, and then someone brought me on to the. I appreciate that, man. Got me onto the power grab, especially the 0 second stuff, and it works good in certain applications. But long term, man, liquid nails, you just can't beat it. I think it's the bee's knees of adhesive if you want it to last. The other thing that leads me to a funny story. So, actually, two stories. One, Justin's garage. I forget how our paths crossed, but I was looking at new toolboxes, and YouTube algorithm threw your video out there. I think it was you. You bought a Milwaukee box, and you wish you would have bought a Husky. Um, and I actually have bought. I said that bought. It's not a word. I bought a Milwaukee 40-inch or 41 or 42-inch with the stainless steel top toolbox from my old house, which me personally, I thought that was well constructed and good, especially with the top. But as far as like the toolbox or whatever go, um, still going strong. There you go. Don't think that was you, no? I swear it was you. Cobalt and Husky. Well, somehow that video brought me to your channel because I didn't know your channel was there. And then I watched some of your stuff, and, I enjoy it a lot. And then I think I commented on one of your videos, you commented on mine. But it's cool meeting like minded people. And I didn't know that you're in the same professional realm as me. So that was neat. Um, but going back to the power grab, so maybe it was I couldn't bring myself to buy the Milwaukee one. Yeah, no, I agree. Like the so basically, Zaphael, another good channel guy on my channel, um, I bought the Cobalt because in my area, it was available for the 36-inch, is what I got, and it was $50 cheaper than the Husky, and to me, it was pretty much right on par. And these aren't like amazing toolboxes or anything, but they're far more better than what I've ever had for my home needs. So it checked all the boxes, and I bought it, and it's working out well. That being said, I worked with this guy, and he was a nice guy, and he came in with lots of experience, a lot older than me, and we were doing remodels and stuff. That's where he came in, and he said he was really good at flooring, and I had done a bunch of floors in apartments. So we brought him in, and my boss immediately started him on a one-bedroom apartment that took him about a week and a half to lay a vinyl floor, or the waterproof stuff, which was like, all right. So then he gave him a second um, apartment to do. It was a two-bedroom, and I started it. I went in there. I laid down half the living room, like just showing him, because like with our apartments, they wanted you to do a full three-quarter, half, back to full. They didn't want you to lay it out, cut off the end, start that at the beginning. They wanted, you know, um, a pattern, which to me I didn't like too much. I like the other way, but whatever. Anyways, I started this apartment halfway through and then let him go, and it took him another long time. So my boss put him on a third floor and was like, ooh, oh man. Yeah, tile and floor work, man, is not good. I do get whatever sciatic. I hit like a nerve in the back. But I mean, like, the only good thing is like the more you move around, the better it feels. But sometimes I hit it just right, where like in the morning I feel like I'm 100 years old. Doesn't happen a lot, but anyway, so the guy comes up to me and goes, can you lay this floor and I'll do what you do, which is trim it out after the floor and then prep everything else. And I said, fine, So I laid the floor in like, I don't know, a day. It's a two-bedroom apartment. And then at the time, he was still fresh, so I gave him my Home Depot card. And he had a Ford Ranger pickup truck with a 6-foot bed, but he had a cap on it also. So I'm like, here's some ratchet straps. Buy, like, if I had to trim out an apartment on a third floor, we would buy 16-foot pieces of trim, cut a hole in the as close to an end as we could, hook it, and then I'd have the people, we'd pull it up, because when you're doing trim work, the bigger the pieces, the better. Well, he went, and let's say it's, I don't know, 2,600 linear foot or whatever. He cut it all in or Yeah, 4 foot sections, all of it. He cut all of it in 4 foot sections to do this, to put it in. And I mean, this trim was like he was putting screws in to get all level. That's why when you do trim work, you want a big piece. If you get 12 foot, whatever, um, you know, 4 foot pieces at a time. Crazy. And that's when I learned about power grab, because he was using a lot of it. And I remember I laid the floor and then I was waiting for him to be done. I was doing work orders and stuff. And my boss came over and he's like, he bought this linear footage and he cut it all in 4 feet sections, 4 foot sections. And he was in there for 2 weeks doing that trim, where like I could trim out an apartment in probably like 2 days. If it was like 2 or 3 bedrooms, it'd be like 2 days. Um, Mostly because you're getting pulled to do work orders and stuff, so you're floating around and all that. But um, it's ridiculous. Needless to say, my boss said he's gonna fire him, and I took him out for a night on the town, knowing that, because he's a good guy, and I liked hanging out with him, and so I took him out for a night, and then like a week later, he fired him, which kind of sucked. He's a good guy, but I. Also, though, like the whole, loyalty to companies and stuff, uh, they're not loyal to us, so don't be loyal to them unless you got a really good situation going. There's no point. Yeah, he was. He was in there for longer than he was doing the floors. It was ridiculous. But I mean, at the same time, it didn't slow me down. I just did what I had to do, and he was in there. But that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, right there, man. Just um, crazy stuff. Well, you guys got any good stories? And I love too. I was watching a video the other day, and it was like, so and so used to be make industrial tools, right? And Black and Decker used to make great tools and industrial tools, and the first drill on the moon. Um, Ryobi was also, that's how they start, industrial tools. No, I did not. I have to go check those out. We had a guy when I worked for Honda that didn't make it 2 days. I'll be honest with you. Like I used to be a, you tote the company line, right? And even where I'm at now, um, I just can't do that anymore. I at my last job, I don't know if I ever stayed this. Have a good night, James Mall. Thank you for the $20 holler. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate you. James Mall actually had a wonderful phone conversation with him the other night. It's an awesome dude. Hopefully we could do that again sometime. Um, he has lots of years of experience, lots of knowledge, and I'm tapping into it. And I appreciate that, man. I really do. Um, Now you got me all flustered. I forget what I was saying. Have a good night, brother. Have a great rest of your week. The company line and all that. I don't know. I just know, like, at my last job, I was working on my house trying to get ready to sell. Um, and my boss said, so here's the deal. We've had companies come in. So I used to do all the remodels and stuff. But when I got backed up, we'd have a company come in. Like one apartment, they put in a kitchen. And it was literally like four uppers and like, or not even three uppers. Because there's like an upper microwave above the sink and then another upper. And then down on bottom is three lowers. Is dishwasher and that. So I saw the bill. It's $976 just for him to install the cabinets and countertop. I had to go in, hook up the sink, hook up the dishwasher. No big deal. Hook up the microwave, all that crap. Well, he came to me, never posted the videos. Well, there you go. Well, he came to me and he, wanted me. I was working kitchen remodels during the day and stuff, and all the remodels during the day. I was doing it at night, and then he's like, on top of that, if you want to come in on weekends and do a few kitchens, I'll give you $1,000 a kitchen. And that means, and for me to do these kitchens, it was install the cabinets, install the countertops, plumb everything in, move electricity around, and then put in a backsplash. And we're not talking like a little, we're talking like between 14 and 22 feet of backsplash, subway tile, uh, 3x2 or whatever, or not 3x2, 3x6. Um, do all that, and I did 8 bathrooms. And when it came time to settle up, he said, no, I said $500 a bathroom or kitchen. Sorry. And I didn't have any proof, or I couldn't refute it, and so that's what I got. And I even told him, I said, you paid these guys $900 to just put in cabinets and a countertop. I did the rest, and he just went on to some other thing. So at that time and moment, I said, well, I'm done here. I just, that was it, man. 7, 8 years there, and that's what I mean. I went above and beyond expectations, and there's nothing in it for me. So stuff happens, though. That's life. We live, we learn, and we grow. We grow from it, right? Oh. Alrighty, folks. I got a beer, maybe two left in me. And then I'm gonna try and record some short videos tonight. Some YouTube shorts. So should be interesting. And then I'll call it a night. Then tomorrow, wake up. Um, yeah, I mean, what would you guys do in that situation? I mean, and I gave that company my all, everything. All right, old school repair shop. I appreciate you hopping on, brother. Have a good one. Cheers. Good night. Be safe. I'll try and check out those videos. And that's where the working for yourself really I've always been a guy, and that's the only way I've made it was working 2 to 3 jobs, you know, and that's just that's just how it's been, man. That's what I'm gonna try and do, slowly, but that's what I'd like to do. My buddy, general contractor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can pick your poison. I think if I branch out on my own, just because it'll be a one man band, like I'm gonna do a lot of just like maintenance stuff, and then on top of that, maybe if someone wants like a powder room or a master bathroom or a backsplash or something, good to go. But vacuum seals money and hides it. That's always smart to do too. Um, I have a buddy that works at a plumbing company, and I interviewed with them, right? Every question the guy asked me, he he told me personally. I was dead on right, accurate of troubleshooting things. Um, he was like a no BS guy. And then he asked me how many hot water tanks I've installed in my life. And I said none, because the part maintenance where I worked at, when they wanted one done, they want it done by a plumber just in case if there's ever an issue, it wouldn't fall on the company, right? So that's legit. I've plumbed in hot water tanks. I've hooked up gas to them, but I have never start to finish installed one. I could though. It's not like it's hard. I've you know replaced thermocouplers and burners and all that stuff on them. My buddy calls me up, says, said something, and I'm like, I never heard back. I was gonna call them tomorrow just to, you know, whatever. He's like, why'd you tell me you didn't install any water heaters? You should have told me you installed 100 of them. I guess that's why I didn't get hired. But it's like, well, I mean, I was just being honest. Fucking hot water heater isn't like a complicated system. So, if they don't like honest people, I don't really want to work for a company like that, to be honest with you. Probably get hired by Roto-Rooter, but I'd be too honest for them too. So that leads me to I mean, it all depends what we're like. I've worked on boiler systems. I've replaced circ pumps. I've replaced impellers. I've replaced a whole bunch of crap, um, but never replaced a boiler system. Um, Same with hot water tanks. It's just, and I answered honestly. And if they don't like that, but I guarantee you, I'm probably better than 20 of their next plumbers. So my goal is to start my own thing. I think the only tool I might buy actually under the company would be a pro press, and I like soldering, but there are times where like you know I I like soldering because everything's so inexpensive, right? In pro press, the fittings and stuff are expensive. Then you got to charge out the butt. But there's certain situations for sure where it you benefit from having that pro press or whatever. Just from a liability issue, if something goes wrong, it's on the professional. And I get that. There's one time in the winter here. Um, I used to have some rental properties with my brother. He bought them. I took care of them. Um, One winter we had a pipe froze, in a place. So I went over to the building, went down the basement, found the line, took my MAP gas, and started heating up the line. Right. Well, that same night, a licensed plumber burned down a house doing the same thing. What did I do differently than him? Well, I found the line in question. I took a rag, wiped it all down, got all the cobwebs off from all above it. It was a clean pipe, and then I just worked my way down. What do you think he did? Put the flame to it, probably lit some spider webs and whoosh, you know? I mean, it's just some things are just common sense. Yeah, it gets up there. So, like, if you're heating up a line to unthaw it, you gotta clean the pipe off. Walk the pipe. Take the extra time to make sure that everything's clear and you're good to go. Hey, Justin's Garage. Does YouTube monetize you at 500 subscribers now, or is it still 1,000? So I know you're really close to 1,000, but either way, if you want to link your channel in the chats, we got 10 people in here. If those 10 people could just subscribe because you have great content. I mean, I like it because you have some Ryobi on there. I'm a huge Ryobi fan. I might get the framing nailer. I personally still see the benefit of having both um, air nailers and cordless because the size difference. But I know you were like really close. So those fireproof pads though that they sell, the black ones. I mean, if you hit the same spot long enough, it goes right through it. That's why I've always had. Sorry about that. I've always had this little guy here. Just kind of wrap it around. But yeah, Justin, if you link your channel and if everyone in here could go subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm not sure if they still see something real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Tanner West, what's up? Yes. And, make sure it's substantial because I have used thinner metal and the caught on fire. It does. I mean, the pads help out for sure, and you should be moving around the pipe. But sometimes there's just instances where that doesn't work out, and let me see here real quick. Um, go. Um, 11. All right, guys, listen. Justin's Garage is 11 subscribers away from 1,000. Um, if you could hit him up here, let me go. There we go. Do this. Oh, he linked it already. I'm a slow butthole. Now 10. Thank you. Let's get him to 1,000 if we can. I mean, it's just exciting. It's exciting stuff. Turn that off. There we go. We got you linked. Now, that's one thing that stinks about the YouTubes is you used to be able to just touch, people in the chats, their button, see if they have a channel, and if they did, go subscribe. But now they make it all hard and stuff, and I do the opposite. I don't use the drain valves, but they do work. I think long term, anytime, brother. Um, they do leak eventually. So I did not know this, but I learned this is you can buy bad solder. There's one shower I was trying to solder the one of the cold side. Water's draining out of the pipe. It's like one of those shut off the water, put the paper towel down, um, and got water out of it. And then I was trying to solder this thing literally for a day almost, it seemed. No, but as replacing a shower, you know, mixer valve and all that, and um, I was trying to get the one side soldered up, and I couldn't. And I was using the solder, um, so it was like barely leaking from the joint. So I just asked them if they could take a shower. And Home Depot used to sell these like diaper type pads, so it like absorb the water. So I put that in there, and they took their shower, shut the valve off after. All good. I went the next day and I'm still fighting with it. And the guy called me and was like, "You good over there?" And I'm like, "I cannot get this joint to solder." And he came over and he tried with the MAP gas and all that and couldn't get it. And he turned to me and said, it might just be some bad solder. So he's like, go to Home Depot, pick up some more solder. So I went, picked up some more solder, a new thing of solder, came back, everything worked right off the hop. The wet dry vac taped to the faucet works in a pinch to control a leak. Yeah, it does. It's a good call there, Pat. Bringing that knowledge up. No, I hear you, Justin's Garage. I started just because, like, I literally started to get to 100 subscribers because I was like, if me personally could get to 100, I'd be happy. And it's tough, man. Like, when you start out, you're like, I can make videos, but how do you get people to subscribe? And then it happens. Then you hit 100. But, like, I think you're already at you have probably more views than me and half the videos, which is good stuff. You're learning from idiots like me. But no, I like legit. I came on here to help. Like, my thought process was apartment maintenance really is a nice place to start a career. and you can stay there and make a career out of it, or you can learn different trades and hop on there and go into plumbing, electrical, whatever you want. Super polished. Should see some of my early stuff. It was mint. I'll be honest. I started this YouTube stuff, and my vision was just to make videos, So like I didn't do titles or anything. I want people to come hang out, and it worked. It did work, um, but uh, not as well as some other channels. But yes, I do enjoy it. Um, I get I get so many nice comments about like you helped me with this or you helped me with that, or like that's what makes YouTube worth it right there, is when you can just help other people. I almost went to a supervisor, but they wanted a bunch of some EPAs for pool. Wait, somehow I have 26,000, 4,000 watch hours. Almost went to a supervisor. What, to record stuff? The company I'm at right now is the first company I've ever been at where they have an HR. I'm all over the place too. What's up, Nick Menard? I, I try to do good things. Let me go pee pee real quick. I get more people in here when I leave than when I'm here. See, I come back, people drop out. Protection. I was looking to be supervisor. See, yeah, like I was promised supervisor role. Um, like the company I used to work for, they were telling me that and stuff, but it was never happening because I had a guy before me. It's like, yeah, they're gonna make me a supervisor and all this and all that, and then they screwed him over real bad. And then he told me the same jargon, my boss, and I just was like, I literally was like, fuck it, if it ever happens, it happens. If it doesn't, no big deal. And then they hired this kid behind me eventually at one point, and they were paying him a lot more per hour, and he couldn't even hook up a kitchen drain. He didn't know where the flange washer and all that stuff wanted. Um, so they're paying him more money than me because they just needed people. Um, they needed someone there, and one day that kid said to me, he goes, they're going to make me a supervisor. And I just looked him straight in the eye and I said, yeah, they told me that too. And he left shortly after. Fake it till you make it. That's true. You got to kind of, don't put people's lives in danger, obviously, but yes. Um, I was trying to make videos the other night, Saturday, and nothing went right. I'm trying to make content, so I have some content from a Saturday broken up. One Saturday, a couple Saturdays ago, went out, like, mowed the lawn, cleaned all the windows off, all the pollen, all that stuff. And then, I had a few broken screens, and I'm recording to how to replace a screen. And I put the screen in, I'm putting the spline around, and I get to a point where, like, it's a little wrinkled at one point, but I just ignored it. And I'm cutting around, going good, and I get around to this side, and I'm like, don't cut the screen because that's I've done it. That's how I know I've done it. And whoosh, slice the screen. Went on a. I'll probably still post the video. I'll make it because it's funny. But anyways, I stepped away from that and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go down, record a short video, for YouTube Shorts. I have an old home light chainsaw with a 28-inch bar on it. So I go to fire it up. It's always been a one pull type chainsaw. I'm pulling at it, and then I pull it, cord comes completely out. So I like put my hands up in the air. And apparently, no one wants me to make a video. So what's basic AF? For me, I don't mind doing reviews, news, and whatnot, but I don't have the balls to post a how-to. People are ruthless. Drains? Kitchen drains. Yeah, they're easy. Yeah. All right, so the flange washer on top, he did 8 of these, right? Never put one of those in. He shoved it. You got the trap comes around, and then where it makes a natural flanged thing, he shoved it on there. That's where he's putting those. So every single one of them freaking leaked. since I started my deals channel. I've liked every one of your videos, by the way. Got 24 shorts, 31 subs, and wow, 11,000. Got some videos that have 1,300 views. That's awesome. Fair start. The shorts are good. That's one thing I so you guys know I've been grinding at this for a while. I've never had a viral video, and I keep thinking I will, but like, and that's all it takes is one viral video, you know. I've never had that, but I'm gonna keep plugging along, and I don't know. I Let me know what you guys think, but I might step away from it all at one point. I've done it before, kind of. Um, it's not because I'm not like making or anything. It's just I don't. I am a private person. But I enjoy the people I meet on here. I really get excited, like when I have videos and people learn from them. Like I agree, Justin. And but like between those two channels, I'm all right because like it's fake. Um, but like, all right, there's other channels like um Den of Tools. A lot of people give crap to, but like, listen, as a small channel, he's come on here, done interviews. Um, and then on top of that, if like I have a question to float out to him, he'll respond. I mean, this is a guy that had like, you know, is making a living off of YouTube and stuff. And if you're a smaller channel and, you know, have a question or whatever, like that's, one. And then another thing, like, I was just thinking about this the other day, but CP the Tool Addict, he's been in here and he's, dropped me with a couple of super chats, which you don't see a lot from channels. You know, not a huge channel, but he's definitely a bigger channel. But like you don't see that a lot from channels like his size coming into smaller channels and doing things like that. So that's yes, he always takes time to speak to you, and he's a great guy. He really is. Dan Tools. Um, I I don't want to paint the picture like this, but like he's doing it as a business, right? But at the same time, like he's informative, um, smart, obviously. That's where I'm not. I'm not a smart guy. I'm like I just figure things out and I do it. That's one thing I don't benefit from is like I just go into things and I learn and I do it and that's how I learn. I have to be involved in it. And people can like I can talk to people that are phone, they can shoot me through stuff. I'll take care of business. But like yeah, no, I don't stress at all about my channel or anything. It's just when you put in a lot of time and stuff. But like I said, I've put in a lot of time. I'm grinding. I'm happy where I'm at. And like I like the best thing about me or my channel is like I don't view any of you guys as subscribers. I view you as friends, you know, like I have such like a close knit, like you guys are awesome. You show up, you comment on videos, like, and I would also like to state I'm a YouTuber that I'm not afraid to ask you guys questions about things. Cause like a lot of you are smarter than me or have more experience or have other ideas of how to do things. So like I'm not here to be like the all be all end all. I'm here to just share my experiences and like my passion of cheap tools and stuff like that. So like that's what I love about this is like sitting down talking with you guys. These Monday night lives have been awesome. You guys show up for it and we've great discussions and all that stuff. But I'll keep going at it before Google Plus shuts down. I had one account that had really 7,000. Do a blooper reel, share it to Facebook. Humor. See, I'm not like big on Facebook. I'm not. I haven't posted on there in forever. Um, Twitter character limits here. Yeah, personally, I usually unsubscribe if you are one of those big 50K channels and don't respond to any comments. Very good community with a great knowledge base. Yeah, that's what I would like to keep trying to do is just Tool Boss. Yeah, he's awesome. He's a good guy. I never got in with him, but like I do like his channel and stuff. But yes, Pat, you're correct. Like, I mean, if I ever, you know, we have a nice build here, and there's a lot of people that I'll always respond to, and I try to respond to everyone, and sometimes, I will say this: YouTube holds the dumbest comments away. I don't check them periodically, but like, there's a lot of comments in there that aren't offensive at all. They actually sent me a thing the other day to do a survey for creators, and it was asked. I was like, yeah, I'll do it, and it was asking like if you're what ethnicity and what you identify as and all that, and then I kind of quit really quick because I thought it would just penalize my channel really bad. That's how it started. There you go, man. Yeah, Tool Boss. He's a good guy, man. He's. I haven't watched any of his stuff in a while, to be honest with you. Tool Review Zone is from my area originally. I don't know where he lives now, but um, yes, exactly, Pat CB. I was like, I can't do this. It's gonna screw me somehow. I don't know. They're gonna peg me and be like, don't go to his channel. I get disgusted and leave. I mean, I'm never going to be a guy that has a viral video, but like long term, I try to post informative stuff in the maintenance field and all that. And like I have one video why you should start apartment maintenance. And I mean, I have guys commenting like, I watched this 2 years ago. I started an apartment and I got into apartment maintenance and I'm doing this or that or this. I had one guy that was like, I started there, then I went into the hotel, and because you like to interact with people more. But I find that video awesome because of the positive feedback I get on that. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at, Justin. I got kids in sports, and like YouTube is a hobby. Eh, it's a hobby, but like a stress relief for me. And as my kids get older, it's harder to do. That's why the videos are slower to get out and all that, because I prioritize my family over all this. So I don't have a lot of good job stuff right now. I just don't. The job I'm in right now, it sucks. They use me as a maintenance guy sometimes, and then other days I'm watering flowers or putting up Christmas decorations, or it's not what I enjoy doing at all. So that's why I'm trying to get out of it one way or not. It's a good job, good paying, all that. I can survive and thrive on the pay, but you know, at the same time, you have to love what you do. I can't be one of those guys that just like does a job for 30 years because it pays well. I'm just not built that way. Something more currently, we couldn't do it. It is. It's the opposite. It's hard. Um, I will say this. So I'm not old. I'm only 37, but I'm at that age now where uh, it's a weird age. My parents are well into their 70s, and then you're raising kids up. And uh, I know I've talked to Pat about this, or just we mentioned it, but when you have a terminally ill person in your family, that's tough. And you're at a weird road where your parents are older, and then you're raising young kids, and then you're in the middle, and it's a tough balance. Um, and don't let a company control you. There's always going to be a better options, and especially for us tradesmen. No matter what you do, and we all bicker and fight and stuff, but like we all serve a purpose. We all solve problems, right? And just get along. And right now, our fields are dying. You know, um, there you go, Justin's garage. My mom has a terminal illness. Luckily, she's I'm 37. They're in their 70s, and she's had cancer quite a few times, and she still has it, obviously, but hers is a little better situation. I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, sorry to hear that. That I've known people to go through that. That's the worst of the worst there. But in life, you gotta be able to be happy and do what you love, and that's what I'm saying. Don't give in to these companies that just break you down and all that crap. That's all you can do, right? So, like, yeah, I'm different boat, but same boat. Cancer, mother, and she's doing all right now. But you never know when they'll take the turn for the worse and all that. And just enjoy it and not enjoy it, but enjoy spending time with her. Spend time with her. But yes, you have to come to terms with it, and it sucks, but that's the reality of things. So sorry, man. Cancer sucks. It really does. When I see those F cancer stickers, I'm like, dead on. You know, dead on. I appreciate that, Justin. Yeah. And that's another tough one there, BW, because uh, you know, I Justin's garage. So I showed my face early, and it was because for me personally, I wanted people to put a face with the product, right? Not a product, but um, I didn't want to. I'm not saying there's any, AVE, right? I love his channel. I don't know what the guy looks like, but I trust him, right? Um, I want people to be able to put a face with what I was doing and come from a place of, I might not always be right, but I try to be, no, let me rephrase that. Probably never right, but I'm an honest person. And that's why I showed my face is I want not be afraid. Like I did YouTube for a lot of reasons. I'm not good at small talk with people, but um, on here I found a lot of like-minded people, and I get to talk to you guys, become friends, and just wanted my face out there, I guess. A lot of people probably don't want to see my face, but that's all right. But yeah, I mean, we're all dealing with crap, and the world, go out like I'm very anti social media, but here I am, right? And it's because of people like all of you that I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you all and hanging out and all that stuff. And no, and it's perfectly fine. Like I'm one to I'm there might be a video or a few where like I have my kids, but I'm very like it's because they pop up or whatever. But I like there's people that are comfortable having their kids in videos. I'm not. It's like one of those things where they're young, they did not sign up for it. This is my thing. Um so I'll leave it at that. So I'll show myself. Um I I'm not like a very public person, I guess. So, and especially in like the times that we live in now, and you know, wife is very supportive actually. I think, hold on. I don't think she loves it, but she gives me time to do what I need to do. Like tonight, Monday nights, she knows I do live streams, and that's just my thing, right? Um, and she's always been very supportive of me, and like just like any couple, I don't know, it's tough. It's a balance. You definitely have to like. Usually, what I do is now I've come up with a little bit of a schedule, but there'll be a night where like I just record 10 to 12 videos, and then a couple days later I'll do the same thing. I haven't done that recently. I used to always be ahead. Like when I went on vacation, I had like 20 videos. And it's kind of like making a CD, right? Like you watch them and you go, "This crap, throw it out, done." Like I made a video on a at home electrician's kit with my Southwire tool pouch, and I made it more about the pouch than I did what goes into it. And it's like I'd like to put the video out, but it's just seems stupid. Um, but it's there. Maybe I have to do it, but keep it on the down low. My face, but that was probably 10 years. I've seen your face, BW's dead ringer for this guy's garage. I think that's how my wife views it, but she knows that it's important to me. And as long as it doesn't affect my family dynamic, you know, she's been good with it. And And that's what I do my best at, because family is first, job is second, to be honest with you. And then, like, YouTube's up there, but not way up there. Um, Spending time with my kids and stuff is the most important thing to me in the world. Yeah, it's been a few years for sure, man. Um, you never know, though, Justin. Just keep doing what you're doing. You do a good job. You do remind, like, I'll be honest with you. I was watching some of your shorts right before this live, and a dead ringer between Tool Boss and Tool Review Zone. The only thing that's weird is Tool Review Zone seems like a Ryobi channel now, and it's like Man Caver Tools. I used to love his channel when he was all Ryobi, and then he went all. He's just kind of a dick. And that's all I gotta say about him. But that's the truth. But anyways, I think I gotta head off. I gotta make a video or two tonight. Hopefully, I have the gumption to do it. But I appreciate you guys joining me, Justin. Thank you for staying up after putting the kids down, all that. BW's Electronics, Pat CB, James Mall, thank you for the super chat. Nick Menard, Tanner, Turnings by Turner, Old School Repair Shop, Junk from Work, BW or BSS Small Engines, BW's Electronics, Princess Jamie, Jared Milky Way, Dewey Did It, Carlos, Mark C, D Brock is my first channel member. I appreciate you guys all joining me. Clint's on a flex kick after he talked all so negative on it. I'll hit the sack, catch some Z's. Heck yeah. Catch those Z's, guys. Have a great night. Have a wonderful week. If I don't talk to you, and I'll catch you on the next one. And here's where the awkward hit the end stream. Boom. And then you have to hit the second end. Later, guys. I appreciate you showing up. I really do. Have a great night. Have a great